Hey guys, welcome back to Kiwi Classics. Hey, look what rolled in today. Just came in hot off the tow truck. 66 Falcon. Sorry about all the wind out here, guys. Hopefully it's not too noisy. Alright, let's have a look at this thing. It's been sat for several years. Tyres are dry rotted to heck. The left front tyre was just like exploded, and so we've thrown the spare on there quickly. But yeah, okay, it's got a bunch of surface rust on it, and we've got a little bit of green mildew or mould or something growing on it. But you know, the normal junk you see inside. But check out the interior. Look, it's really like the seats are all intact. Okay, dash pad's got a couple of cracks in it, but you know, it could be worse. Interior's nice. Check out the headlining. Headlining does not have a single little tear in it. The visors are all perfect. Yeah, I think this has got under dash AC. Hard to know whether that goes or not. But yeah, I think it's got no brakes. You know, the pedals like trying to push on the planet. It's just rock hard. So that's frozen up. So we got a bit of work to do there. We need tyres. Sure, we're going to need a fuel system. You know, probably a tank. Fuel hoses, that kind of thing. Let's just have a look under the hood here. Good old trusty 6-banger. There we go. A little some spare ribs for you there. You don't know what you're going to find, do you? So air cleaner's on the floor in the back. He's been playing with it, trying to get it running, and he couldn't get it running. Apparently it ran when parked, but doesn't run now. So yeah, but I mean, look at the bumper and the grille. They're just faultless. Okay, I mean, I just like, okay, I know a Falcon's nothing to get that excited about. It's not a Shelby Mustang or a Yenko Camaro. I get all that, but you know, there's a value on this originality, you know. For me, anyway. You know, I don't know what the dollar value is, but let's see. Oh yeah, this dry as the Mojave Desert. Yeah, but all the AC stuff's there. There's the condenser, big old school compressor. But yeah, lots of green. He's been sat outside for a while, which really doesn't do him any favours. But you know, I mean, seriously, check out the front of that. It's really not bad. It's got all the rocker mouldings on it, all in one piece. Now we've changed that left front wheel, but it has all the original hubcaps on it. Yeah, little tiny cookie cutter tyres, but hey, you know, that's how they came. Yep. Even the carpets aren't, I mean, they're faded. You can see the original kind of gold colour compared to that very faded colour. But 59,000 miles on the Odo, which I'm sure is not original, but yeah, look at the seats. I mean, a nice little spruce up if we can get this thing going. Might be a bad old driver. You know, buff out some of this, you know, this brown on the hood, which I think, you know, we can, you know, that patina sealer that Vice Grip Garage sell would probably, you know, be a good improvement to it. Let's have a look in the trunk, because we already had the spare out, so I can tell you. I mean, that was the other thing, like the tail lights, not even a nick on them. Back bumper's straight. We're losing a bit of chrome down here, but can't have everything. But yeah, tail lights are all great. This little trim here is exactly as it should be. No one's backed into it. Now the spare wheel was on its original mount back up in there. You can kind of see the jack, the original factory jack. It's looks like someone's been trying to get the AC going at some point. But really, oh, look at that. Yeah, it's had some water leaks in there. But I mean, hey, I can't see the ground. Like some of the cars we get in, you open the trunk and oh, there's the grass. So yeah, that's the other hubcap off the front. So yeah, you got a bit of this brown rust going on. But yeah, kind of a cool old car. Get that key back. Here, all the stainless around the windows is good. I mean, it's faded and chalked up to heck, but I don't know. I'm quite liking it. I'm quite digging on it. Got door mirrors on both sides. I mean, that's luxury. Futura. Well, tell you what, me and Sue are going to shove this inside, get it up in the air, and have a little look around underneath and see, you know, the old story, what lies beneath. You know, you never quite know till you get it in the air. That's the acid test. So let me do that, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so got it up on the list. Let's have a look underneath. I've had a quick peek, and it's not great viewing, but let's have a look. Okay, now this is a Florida car. You can kind of tell by the tag. Honestly, I suspect this thing's spent some time on the beach or something. We've got like just a ton of surface rust, like quite deep pitting, kind of all over the place. You know, even the axle housing and springs and stuff, and shock absorber bodies. It's just heavy. It's pretty unusual. I mean, the you know, muffler's shot, but yeah, it's a little alarming, the amount of, you know, we've got some rust through up there in the bottom of the quarter, which is, you know, hardly surprising. But yeah, just a lot of heavy scaling surface rust. It's almost a shame this car didn't have a bad oil leak, because it kind of would have undercoated it a bit. But yeah, it's not very pretty. It's quite disappointing, really. I thought this was not a bad car, you know, beneath the kind of green moss growing in places and the exploded tyres, stuff like that. I thought we actually had some pretty good bones, but yeah, you can see there's some rust up there. That's the seat mount. Yeah, just lots of scale. This side's a bit worse up here. And this is where it gets bad. This is the torque box. And it's full of sand, and you know, when you can tear a torque box apart like that, it's never good. That's pretty bad. And that, the way the Falcons are done, the way they're built them with this kind of, the rail extends back here and is not really tied into the floor like a Mustang is. It relies solely on this torque box here. That is the only thing holding it to the outer rocker, and it's kind of not there. That's bad. This torque box is going down that same road. You can kind of see the rust scale here, the swelling. Although that's, you know, that's a good deal better than the other side, but you know, there's chunks of it kind of missing. Yeah, kind of not in great shape, the old girl. Suspension wise, it seems alright, other than just surface rust on everything. I mean, even the brake drums, I'm not sure how much you can see of that, but even the brake drums are badly pitted. So it's got to be salt, I'm thinking. But yeah, all the brake hoses dry and perish. It's going to need new brake hoses. And I wouldn't, fuel lines, I mean, if you look at you can see that the fuel lines are, I don't know whether I trust those. You know, it might suck up fuel through there without leaking, but there's a lot of kind of sandy stuff sitting around on those lines. It doesn't take much to suck a bit of air instead of fuel. The tank's been dry and empty for a long time, so I'm not sort of too confident about that. you can get replacement tanks. Obviously needs tyres. Tyres are in staggeringly bad condition, just tearing apart. You can easily try and get the light in there for you. Yeah, you can look right in. I can't because of the shadows. You can see right in and see the cords quite clearly. So yeah, they're throwaways. But yeah, so I'm going to drop it back down again, see if we can't at least get the old girl to fire up and move under its own power, even if it doesn't have brakes. But I'm going to report back to the owner. He does have a bit of money to spend, and go from there. But yeah, it's kind of a shame. It's a very complete car, and I mean, just look at the bumper and the grills. It's perfect, but the underneath, under its skirt, is letting it down. All right, back in a minute. Okay, well, the old Falcon's back out in the car park. We crunched some numbers on it. We're back to the customer with it. It's not a highly valuable car. So yeah, he's basically pulled the pin on getting it going. He's trying to decide whether he's just going to get rid of it and flick it off as it is, just as a non-running 66 Falcon. But yeah, he's not getting us to get it running for him. He's kind of had enough putting money into it, and yeah, he just wants to get it off his chest, as it were. And yeah, so I think it's a good deal there for somebody, potentially. Kind of makes me think. Could be a handy little car to have kicking around the shop. Got all the parts for it. That's something to think about. Watch the space, guys. Take it easy. I'll see you on the next one.